Oh, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. What a game. Carolina Panthers, keep pounding nation. Where you at? Where you at, keep pounding nation? What a finish by the Carolina Panthers defense. The playoff push continues. Yeah. Woo. Wow. What a game. Once again, the Carolina Panthers' resiliency, their fighting spirit, is on display, and it holds strong as they were able to just overcome the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home week 16 by a final score of 23 to 20 to improve their record to 8-7. That's right. Carolina Panthers reach 8 wins this season in the Bryce Young era. Impressive. Very impressive. And Carolina now has first place in the NFC South again. But yeah, they are now 3-2 in the division with the 2 victories over Atlanta, today's victory over Tampa Bay, but they did get swept by the Saints. But still very much alive. What a victory. What a victory. A very close game. After all, the Bucs are a good team. They're strong. They're tough. They've had our number recently. But way to go, Carolina, on staying strong. Finishing with a big, clutch interception by the young kid, the young rookie, Lathan Ransom. Just what a finish. What a finish to a very close back and forth game at Bank of America. Keep pounding USA. Welcome to the stream. Woo! Let's go. I know. Impressive. Very impressive. What a game. What a game for Carolina to finish, to get this win, a much needed win. Let's talk about it. Bryce Young finished 21 of 32, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did get sacked twice, but a couple of those plays Bryce was able to keep alive. So shout out to Bryce Young. Like I said, not high stats, but hey, it's like I said before, he doesn't turn the ball over, he's done his job. I mean, for the most part, he's a game manager, but the fact of the matter is, as long as he plays well, doesn't turn the ball over, you know what? That's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yes, Bryce played great. Yeah, like I said, not high stats, but still. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Hey, that's a win in my book. Super Trebo, welcome to the stream. Just think, Jason, if Panthers won last week, they clinched the division. We can't hang on to that. We got to move past that. We got to move past that. We just won, bro. We just won. But still a big win. Hope the Bucs lose to Miami and Panthers beat Seattle. That wouldn't make it easier if they lose the next game. I honestly don't see them losing to Miami, to keep it real with you. I really don't see them losing to Miami. But you never know. You never know. Let's see. The running game was Rico had 9 carries, 29 yards. Chuba, 6 carries, 27 yards. Jimmy Horn Jr. had the big carry for 25 yards. Bryce Young did a few scrambles, 4 for 20. So, not a whole lot out of the running game, but, still 101 total yards between 4 players. Receiving game, Teteroa McMillan, 6 catches, 73 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Coker, 3 catches, 47 yards. Mitchell Evans got involved, 3 catches, 23 yards. Rico, 4 catches, 14 yards. Xavier Legette only had one catch, but it was for 12 yards. Jatavion Sanders, 2 catches, 9 yards, and a touchdown. Chuba, 1 catch, 7 yards. Tommy Tremble, 1 catch, 6 yards. So the ball was definitely spread out. Definitely the ball was spread out a good bit throughout this game. So, like I said, not very high yardage in the run game and, in the passing game. But like I said, we play clean football, don't turn the ball over. Hey, I'm all for that. Super Trebo says, it's crazy, Jason. Wouldn't it be better if the Panthers rest the starters versus Seattle just in case the Bucs win anyway? Because, wait, why would they rest the starters? Why would they rest the starters? Because either way, Panthers have to beat the Bucs twice, right? Why would they rest the starters? No, bro, you don't rest anybody until we have sealed the deal. You don't rest anybody. Until you secure that playoff spot, you don't rest anybody. We haven't secured any playoff spot, Super Trebo. We got to secure the spot first. Stay with me now. Stay locked in. We got to secure the spot first before we rest anybody. Ain't no time to rest. Period. Ain't no time to rest, Jack. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. This win feels great and everything. It's cool, but we're not done. We got to keep going. Ain't no time for rest. Rest what? Ain't no time to rest. Nah, got to keep pushing. Baker Mayfield, this was actually not a very strong game by Baker Mayfield. 18 of 26, 145, a touchdown, the interception at the end, got sacked twice. Although the Bucs did do a little something in the running game. Bucky Irving, 19 carries, 71 yards. Baker Mayfield. Baker, he got off some big runs. Four carries, 49 yards. Rashad White, 5 carries, 45 yards. So, Sean Tucker, 4 carries, 3 yards, but he had the touchdown. So, yeah, they did do a little something in the running game. I will say that. Super Trebo says, funny how NFL makes Panthers go Tampa for division like 2022 at the end of the year when they won against Brady for the division. Could be. Yeah. Could be. Demo. Thank you for the like. Appreciate you. At Ricky Martin. Welcome to the stream. Go Dolphins, go. Speaking of which, who oh yeah, that's right. Quinn Evers, I think is starting for y'all. It'd be cool if y'all beat Tampa. Would really help. But, at the same time, we can't rely on that. We still gotta take care of business. Let's see. Emeka Igbuka had just the one catch late in the fourth quarter. One catch, 40 yards. Mike Evans, not a lot from him. I mean, he got the one receiving touchdown, but 5 catches, 31 yards. A pretty low game for Mike Evans. Chris Godwin Jr., 5 catches, 30 yards. And I mean, that's actually not too bad for the fact that Mike Jack was mostly covering Mike Evans. Not bad. Only keeping him to 31 yards. That's not bad. Chris Godwin, 5 catches, 30 yards. K. Dotton, 2 for 15. Jalen McMillan, 2 for 15. Rashad White, 2 for 15. So, I mean, for the most part, not bad. Yeah, defense did give up some points, gave up 20 points. But, it came down to the wire. Main thing is that it came down to the wire. Defense got the key takeaway. to seal the deal. Defense. Nick Scott, leading tackler with 10 tackles, 8 of them solo. Christian Roseboom had 10 tackles, 3 of them solo. Christian Roseboom had one of the sacks. Derek Brown had the other sack. So, yeah. Trayvon Morag and Claudine Cherlis both with 7 tackles. Chow Smith Wade 6. Derek Brown 5. J.C. Horn 3. And like I said, Lathan Ransom had the interception, 1 tackle, but he had the game sealing interception. Excuse me. Super Trebo says, I got a feeling Panthers are going to beat Seattle. Think about it. They coming off emotional win on the road at East Coast. Sam Darnold versus the Panthers pass D. It's going to be tough. I mean, it's our last home game of the year or the season, so it's our last home game. So got to make it count. Keep Pounding USA says the last game is technically a playoff game. Yeah, and that's exactly how I'm treating these next 2 games. So yeah. But like I said, I'm very focused on just seeing that Carolina takes care of business. That's the main thing. That Carolina takes care of business. We can't stress and worry too much about what other teams do to help us out. Carolina needs to take care of business, just like they did today. Just like they did today. Team stats. Let's look at some team stats. So, Carolina had 16 first downs, 9 of them for passing, 7 rushing. No first downs from penalties. Pretty decent third down efficiency, 6 of 12, so 50%. Bucks had 8 of 14. 275 total yards out of 54 plays, 9 total drives. Only 5 penalties. Only 5 penalties on Carolina, so not a whole lot. Five penalties for 30 yards, so not that much. Not that much. Not as many as it could have been. Tampa Bay had 8 penalties for 56 yards. And the thing is, Tampa Bay won in the time of possession. They had 34 minutes, 36 seconds, and Carolina had 25 minutes, 24 seconds. So, definitely a big difference there in time of possession. But when it comes down to it, when it really comes down to it, turnover and just staying in the fight. You know, I definitely understand some of those drives could have ended in touchdowns, especially for Carolina. But you know what? Fitz put up 9 points and field goals. You know, been a very consistent kicker. So I'm happy we at least have that. But I think really a key play was Bryce being able to stay alive and to get the ball to Jatavion Sanders on that second touchdown. I think was big. I think it was really big for Carolina. They got to tighten up on special teams, though. They got to tighten up on special teams. I thought there were some missed calls. Thought there were definitely some missed calls. But you know what? You got to continue to fight through that. Got to fight through that. But this was really big. This was really big for Carolina, especially coming off being swept by the Saints. But to bounce back and get this victory at home was big, was really, really big. And like I said, also got to give some kudos to the defense considering this was not Baker's best game. This was actually one of his low stat games. You know what I mean? So, defense definitely showed up. There's still got work to do. Same thing with the offense, but you know what? The offense, like I said, they were able to put up 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals. Bryce didn't turn the ball over. So, overall, I mean, could some say the play calling could have been better? Sure. But you know what? Not many costly decisions. Taking care of the ball. You take care of the ball, you tend to get good results. And on the defensive side, a key game sealing interception definitely was big. Shout out to Lathan Ransom on getting that interception, which I believe this is his second of the season. I think. Oh no, it was his first. It was his first. Okay, so it is his first. I thought it was his second. But okay, it's his first interception of his career in the NFL. So, congrats to Lathan Ransom. And you know what? Shout out to Yosh Nijman, who came in for Ike Ekwonu for this game. Like I said, he also played the Cowboys game and had a really good showing. So, shout out to Yosh Nijman. But and also shout out to Robert Hunt, who has been working out. If things go well, we're going to get Robert Hunt back on that field, hopefully in time for the playoffs, if Carolina can take care of business. They take care of business, we could be getting Robert Hunt back on the field and playing in the playoffs. We shall see. But let's see. Game balls. Who should game balls go to? So there's a couple of people that come to mind. Bryce Young. You know what? I gotta give Mike Jack a game ball. Just for D'ing up Mike Evans. I gotta give Mike Jack a game ball on that. Lathan Ransom, of course. Who else do y'all think deserve game balls for Carolina? I mean, Teteroa McMillan, did a little something something, 6 catches, 73 yards, a touchdown. So yeah, he deserves a little love, a little something something. But but yeah, I definitely think Bryce Young, Teteroa McMillan, Mike Jackson, and Lathan Ransom. Those are names that come to mind that deserve game balls. And I mean, I guess could give one to Ryan Fitzgerald as well. I mean, three for three. So yeah. And like I said, shout out to Christian Roseboom picking up a sack. Derek Brown picking up a sack. 1 second. But yeah, shout out to them picking up a sack. But overall, just good team play for Carolina. Like I said, there are some areas that could be prettier. I really would like to see Jimmy Horn Jr. get more involved. We have seen flashes of his explosiveness. I just would really like to see, I really want to see him get more involved. So that's what I'm hoping for. Ricky Martin says, "Am I going to the Seattle game?" Unfortunately, no. I won't be able to make it to that. Would have liked to, but yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to that. Jared, I was wondering when you would show up. What's up? So, Jared, um, who do you think deserve game balls? And anybody else in the chat that want to fire away? Who do you think deserve game balls? But so looking at, let's see. And see, overall, Carolina has done well at protecting home field. I mean, they're 5-2 at home, so they've done pretty well protecting home field. I do want to look at some of these other scores. Let's see. Ooh, the Bills beat the Browns barely, 23-20. Chargers beat the Cowboys, not surprised there. Titans beat the Chiefs. Yowza. Titans beat the Chiefs. Wow. Wow. Bengals beat the Dolphins 45-21. Jeez. Saints destroy the Jets 29-6. Vikings beat the Giants 16-13. And of course, I'd have to say the game of the week. The game of the week was definitely, it's close. I think it comes down between Rams and Seahawks and Packers and Bears. Because that Packers-Bears game was close. 22-16 Bears. And then the Seahawks-Rams, that game was wild. 38-37 Seahawks. That game was wild. Jared says, gotta give it a 10. Ricky Martin says, that's tough. They all did good. Yeah, it definitely should be spread across the team for sure. But yeah, like, once again, the resiliency, the fighting spirit of this Carolina Panthers team prevails. Although they can be inconsistent. I mean, after all, lately it's been win-loss, 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 win-loss. So we don't want that trend to keep going of win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. So that's the only thing. But so far, so we know for sure teams eliminated: Dolphins, Jets, Bengals, Browns, Titans, Chiefs, Raiders, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants, Vikings, Falcons, Saints, and Cardinals. Those teams are eliminated. They're out. So far, the only teams that have clinched a playoff spot are the Denver Broncos, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Los Angeles Rams. Now, here's the thing. The Philadelphia Eagles are the only team that have secured a division. They've secured the NFC East. Now, next Sunday, we're going to play Seattle Seahawks. Now, don't get comfortable. They're still playing for the division. They've already secured a playoff spot, but they're still playing for the division. So Carolina has to really be on their A game against Seattle. Last home game of the season. But they got to be on their A game. Because, yeah, even though Seattle knows that they're going to the playoffs, can't be comfortable because they're also going to be trying to play for the division. So it's really Tyrone Best, welcome to the stream, says, let's go. Let's go indeed. Keep pounding. To be honest with y'all, I have a feeling it's going to come down to the last game of the season against the Bucs for the second time. I just have that feeling that's what it's going to come down to. I feel like that's going to be the game that determines who wins the division. Now, of course, if Tampa Bay loses and, we win at Seattle, then, we pretty much seal it right then and there. Jared says, I think Bryce even deserves it. Third straight, no turnovers, very smart with the ball. Yeah. Like I said, not a high amount of yardage stat-wise, but 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Hey, can't hate on that, Can't hate on that. But, if anything, keep pounding. They just got to keep pounding, just like the motto is. It's gonna get harder. It's going to get harder, but hey, at least we know that this team has come quite a long way compared to the last 2 seasons. And I said it once, I'll say it again. If they can secure this division, which it'll be their first division championship in 10 years, then I have to say, I think will be safe to say that Bryce is at least going to be considered up for long term. I'm just saying. It's something to think about. Vietnam, welcome to the stream. Great win today. There are places we need to get better, but are going in the right direction. So a couple of things, Vietnam. One, like I said, I would like to see more Jimmy Horn Jr. I don't think we see enough of his number called. The explosiveness is there. We've seen flashes of it. I would like to see him get more involved. It was good to see Bryce take some shots downfield. So that's always a plus. Like I said, defense, they did give up a couple of big plays, but at the same time, they pressured Baker Mayfield. He didn't have his best game, especially stat-wise. So there are definitely areas to clean up. I mean, this was a very close game that came down to the wire. But thankfully, being that they were able to get this far, especially getting 8 wins, I mean, something we haven't seen in a long time, definitely shows that the team is growing. It might be little by little, but the team is growing. Vietnam says, even if we don't win the division, look at how far we've come from wanting top picks to now making the playoffs. Facts. Yeah, a very long way. And, we could still keep going up. Like I said, one thing that's been on display is this team is very resilient. It's very resilient. They have been able to finish games. Not all. We just need more consistency because, win-loss, that's not going to cut it when it comes to playoffs, championships. So that's one thing they definitely got to fix. Because at the end of the day, if they want to be molded into an elite team, win-loss, that can't be a thing. That can't be a thing. They're not there yet, but they can get there. Now, I know a question on many of our minds, or at least I assume, what could potentially playoff Bryce Young look like? I'm very curious to know. But at least we get the division. That should at least secure us, I believe, at least one home game in the playoffs, if I remember correctly. Fandom says, when we get that pure edge player and off-ball linebacker, we will be ready. We definitely need one of those for sure to get this pass rush back to, where it used to be in the good old days. You know what I mean? But I definitely like the areas of progression for Carolina. I think the main thing is, Coach Canales says, we haven't played our best football. We haven't played our best football. And it's like, okay, flip the switch. Start playing your best football now. Like right now. So I think it's just one of those things where, everything's got to come together and everybody's got to work as a unit if they want to really get to where they want to get to. Fandom says playoff Bryce will look as good as his O-line blocks, the runners run, and playmakers make plays. Yeah. Yep. After all, this is still a team sport. This is still a team sport. And like I said, these next two games are going to be difficult. I mean, Seattle just clinched a playoff spot, but not the division. They're still playing for the division. And Tampa Bay, if Tampa Bay goes in next week and beats Miami, then it's going to come down to the final game of the season. So, Carolina's got to stay locked in. This was a good, resilient win, but Carolina's got to stay locked in. And honestly, if they want to really show that they're ready, they win these last two games. They really want to show that they're ready. Fandom says, XL has to do better to me. He dropped a perfect pass which led to the fourth down. We need to really think about giving Horn Jr. more touches. Absolutely. He does not get his number called enough. Barely at all. He had the big jet sweep. But yeah, he doesn't get his number called enough. That's definitely got to change. Because there's a lot of potential there. A lot of potential. And XL, he's kind of faded off some. Many weeks ago he was definitely making more plays, but he's kind of disappeared. So you got to get XL back into the mix for sure. So I totally agree. But this was a great win. Shout out to David Screws, to Corey, to a couple of the others who actually went to the game. They went to the game today, so I'm glad that y'all got a chance to have some fun and experience a win there today. So that was good. That was real good. But yeah, gotta stay locked in. Because, it's going to get harder. But Bryce Young, good job on protecting the ball. Made some good throws. Escaped some pressures to keep some drives alive. Still maturing. Bryce still has areas to improve. But little by little, he's maturing. So, definitely proud of the fight of this team. Like I said, it's not always going to look pretty. But when it all comes down to is what that final score is by the time it reaches all zeros at the end of the game. But overall, let me ask y'all this. With this victory, with this victory against the Bucks, because I feel like it's been a good while. It's been a good while. How's everybody feeling going into Seattle? Or technically going back home to play Seattle, since it's our last home game of the season. Took care of Tampa Bay round 1. So, and you know, last time we beat Seattle, oh, it's been a hot minute. It's actually been a hot minute. I think the last time we beat Seattle, you know what? Wasn't it like 2020? No. Dang, when was the last time we beat Seattle? I think it was when we still had Cam. Yeah. Actually, it might have been 2015. Now that I think about it, I think it was 2015. Holy crap. Dang, it's been 10 years since we last beat Seattle. Because they destroyed us in 2016, 40-7. And then we didn't play them in 2017. We lost to them in 2018 because we had lost by 3. And in 2019, when we had Kyle Allen, oh yeah, so it's been a hot minute. Or wait a minute. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared. That's right. We did beat them in 2022. That's right. That's right. Because that was the year we had Baker Mayfield, and then he went down, then PJ came down, and then Sam. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's right, because that was after the bye. That was after the bye. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Heels Rule, welcome to the stream. Hi, Blitz. Michael, welcome to the stream. Seattle, interesting game. Good to see Ransom be the hero after how last week ended. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. But yeah, but yeah, 2022. Yeah. Oh, Tommy Tremble had the butt catch. Yes, Michael, I did hear about them moving Animate to March. I did hear about that. I got an email about that. I'm pretty sure they're probably still gonna do Animazement in May. But okay. So it's been a little while. So it's been a little while. Because the last time we played Seattle was 2023. Andy Dalton had a good game, but we ended up losing by 10. So yeah. Well, we got to get revenge. We got to get revenge on Seattle. We got to get revenge on Seattle. But looking forward to it. Should be good. Should be really good. Oh, that's right. That's right. Actually, yeah, Heels Rules is right. It was Terrace Marshall. I forgot we still had Terrence Marshall at that time. Whatever happened to him? Where is he playing at? I think the last time I heard he went to the Raiders, and then I haven't heard his name since. Whatever happened to Terrace Marshall? I was hopeful things would have worked out with him, but they didn't, unfortunately. I like Terrace Marshall. I was bummed. But, but at the same time, I get it. I get it. It be like that sometimes. But, oh, he's with the Eagles? Oh, jeez. Well, he'll be in the playoffs. Well, excuse me. But no, that's good. Hopefully he actually gets to play. But, you never know. But wow. And then, just kind of want to look at some of these other scores. Right now, Jacksonville and Denver, Jaguars 7-0. Cardinals 10-0 over the Falcons. Steelers 3, Lions 0. And the Texans 7, Raiders 0. Okay. And then tonight is Patriots at the Ravens. Oh, snap. But right on. Way to go, Carolina, on taking care of business. Now we just got to do that 2 more games. Oh, man. Game definitely had me on the edge of my seat. Hills Rule says, his 2005 stats are blank on ESPN, so don't look like he's been playing. Or 2025 stats. Oh. Bummer. Dang. Oh, man. But, like I said, just great resiliency from Carolina to finish. Lathan Ransom, nice interception, young kid. And also shout out to the D-line on getting the pressure to really throw Baker Mayfield in this timing off, because when he threw that ball, Mike Evans was nowhere near it. And it looked like it was meant to be an out route or whatnot, but he was nowhere near it, and Lathan Ransom just right there, bloop. So, good play, young kid. Yeah, that's really all that I got. I mean, got the dub. They took care of business, but they're not done yet. Now, they really got to lock in. Let's finish strong at home against Seattle. And then, one more time on the road against Tampa Bay. Hills Rule said, I had high hopes for Marshall too. He looked like he was starting to improve when Wilkes took over, when we hired Frank Wright, and then he fell off again. Yeah, that is true. That is true, unfortunately. And I feel for Steve Wilkes. He got fired by the Jets, so it's like, oof. Oh, man. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I have. Like I said, big victory. Carolina Panthers come away with the win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a final score of 23-20. 3 field goals from Fitzgerald. A touchdown for Tetero McMillan. A touchdown for Jatavion Sanders. A sack for Derek Brown. A sack for Christian Roseboom. And a game-sealing interception from Lathan Ransom. A lot of great moments. A lot of areas to improve, but they got a big win. Panthers are now 8-7. That's right, 8 victories this year. Big improvement over last season. So yeah. But thing we can do is got to pay close attention to next week, because I'll say this: if some way, somehow the Dolphins beat the Buccaneers, then Carolina, you got to take advantage. You have no excuse. You don't have any excuse anyways, regardless. But you got to go in. You got to go in, keep pounding, keep this momentum going. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Take it to the next level now. Y'all just showed y'all could do that. Keep the train rolling. Just like the Aerosmith song. Train kept a rolling all night long. Train kept a rolling all night long in a heave and a hole. But I just couldn't tell us so. Go! That's what y'all got to do. I'm sorry, that's one of my go-to karaoke songs. Stop playing. But yeah. That's what y'all got to do. That's what y'all got to do. So, Heels Rule, you said it best. Win next week, and if the Fins win, the division is ours. We beat Seattle, and it will be our third number 1 seed, or our third seed. We have beating, or our third number 1 seed that we have beaten this year. Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Gotta make it count. Gotta make it count. But look forward to the preview for this upcoming Sunday's game. Not sure when I'll do it, considering, we got Christmas this week. So maybe early, maybe late. But just stay tuned. I'll be in touch. But, yeah. Everybody, thank y'all so much for coming through, celebrating this victory with me. Keep pounding. We're going to get through this. There's still more to celebrate, more to come. But yeah, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Hunt should be back for the next Bucks if we need him, right? I don't know. He has been working out in practice. I don't know yet. I'm thinking if we secure a playoff spot, he may be ready for the playoffs. But with these next 2 games, I'm not sure. I hope so, but I'm not sure. Let's hope it works out, though. Let's hope and pray it works out. But anyway, thank y'all so much for coming through. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all of the above. Keep pounding. We're going to get through this, Carolina Panthers Nation. Everybody go out and celebrate. Get your favorite meal. Hang out with your favorite friends and family. And, get yourself a drink. And, all the above. Go have some fun. Celebrate. Play some Sweet Caroline in the background if you want. But yeah, let's soak it all in. But then let's refocus. Start of the week. Y'all ready? Ready, break. I love y'all. Keep pounding. For those that are checking this out later, let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know how you're feeling. But it's been another Carolina Panthers live stream brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of this beautiful victory day. And I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Love y'all. Peace.